I am one of those girlies that celebrates her birthday all month long. Hi, my name is Adriana, and today I will be doing my TBR for the month of August. I imagine that somewhere in the thumbnail or title or both I have alluded to the fact that my birthday is in the month of August, so I am very excited. I love my birthday. I always have such a good time no matter what I'm doing, and I'm assuming this year will be no different. I am taking a week-long vacation the week before my birthday with some friends, and we're gonna go up into the mountains, and it's gonna be a great time. And I'm hoping with, having some extra vacation time, I will also be able to get quite a bit of reading done. I also lucked out, and just today, the day I am recording this, Kayla Ray Reads and Is Bailey Reading announced a short little 2-week readathon taking place in the month of August called the Squash That Series Readathon Challenge. I think it's challenge, Squash That Series Challenge. And basically the idea is to finish up your series that you've been putting off for a while. And it worked out perfectly for me because I was already planning on hitting quite a few series that I wanted to finish up for this next month. For me, for my birthday, the gift I'm giving myself is a month of just fun, brainless reading. I'm not reading any nonfiction. I don't want to learn anything. I don't want to grow. I don't want to be a better person. I'm only turning 27, so this isn't really a year of growth. I feel like when I'm turning 30, that'll be the year of growth. Turning 27, it's a nothing birthday, so we're just here for the vibes of 27. So with that, like I said, it's just gonna be fun, brainless thrillers and fluffy romances and rereading middle grade favorites. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So because the Squash That Series Challenge is taking place in the first 2 weeks of August, I'm gonna start with the prompts I will be trying to achieve in that challenge, as well as the books I will be reading with them. So the first prompt I plan on tackling is the second book in a series, and for that I will be reading Reliquary. I read Relic last year, back in October, I think. My sister and I were reading it together. We were also supposed to read Reliquary together, but she reads quite a bit slower than I do because she's in grad school and does things, and I just sit around and read when I'm not at work. I was gonna wait to start Reliquary until she was almost done, and then a week ago we were texting and I asked her how she was coming along on this book, and she said she was done. So I need to squeeze it in before that week-long vacation because I was hoping for her and I to do a review video together of both Relic and Reliquary. So I need to definitely get this one finished and squeezed in before that third week in August where I'm on vacation. The next prompt I will be tackling is a final book in a series, and for that I will be doing The Last Olympian. That is the 5th book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. So with that I will also be reading the 3rd, 4th, and 5th book because I've only read the first 2 so far this year. My plan was to reread the whole series this year and try to get caught up on the Percy Jackson universe as a whole. Another prompt I will be hitting is a sequel that has been on your TBR for the longest time. And that I am going to try to get my hands on Fire Study by Maria Snyder. I read Poison Study, and that was one of my first book reviews on my channel actually. And I really enjoyed it, but I am now trying to find it, and it's not very easy because my library doesn't have it. So I'm going to try to get probably an ebook version of it at some point and hopefully tackle that in this challenge as well. The next prompt I will be hitting is an audiobook sequel, and for that I am going to listen to The Bride Test by Helen Huang. I read, Kiss Quotient, and really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the writing style and everything else. And from what I've heard, The Bride Test isn't exactly a sequel, but it's all kind of in the same universe, so I'm gonna force it in there. But I think this will be a really fun, again, kind of fluffy romance that I can listen to and enjoy. And then the final prompt I will be tackling is a sequel to a 5-star read, and again for that I will be using Reliquary in this challenge. You can double up for the prompts, So this is what I'm doubling up for. I rated Relic 5 stars, so there we go. Now, since I have my kind of TBR within a TBR tackled, I will go into my my overall TBR as a whole, talk about the books a little bit more. So starting off with Reliquary, as I've mentioned, it is the sequel to the novel Relic. I don't want to spoil anything in case you want to read it. Relic is the start of what is known as the Pendergast series by Preston and Child. He is a FBI detective from Louisiana and gets involved in all sorts of crazy cases. I've read a lot of this kind of universe out of order, but I read Relic last year, which is about a monster in the New York Natural Museum, I think. And I definitely have to reread my notes that I took for that book because I don't super remember everything, but Reliquary I'm expecting to kind of be just an extension off of that. It seems like at this point the monster might have escaped the museum and might be going in to terrorize New York as a whole, so we'll see what's happening there. Hi. The next thing I talked about was the Percy Jackson series. So I assume most people have probably heard about it, but it is a Greek mythology inspired middle grade series about a young demigod and his shenanigans that he gets into being the son of a god. I read those originally back in like middle school when they first came out. I kept up with most of the expanded universe series, but with Rick Riordan still cranking out books, I would really like to go back, remind myself of everything that happened, and try to get caught all the way back up to where he's at now. And then of course Fire Study is the sequel to Poison Study, which I do have a review on my channel. Again, it was one of my first videos, so I don't think I'll be linking it because I don't think it's a very good video, but I do think it's a really good novel, and I enjoyed it a lot. It's about a young woman. She's on death row, essentially the fantasy equivalent of death row in their world, and she gets offered the chance to live if she becomes the king's food taster, essentially. So she has to learn all these different poisons and what they taste like and whatever else and how much, and so she can taste the king's food and let them know, hey, this has this poison in it, I'm about to peace out and die now because I ate this poison. But a lot of craziness happens, and I believe in this next part she's going to be learning a lot of magic and kind of growing and expanding that direction and, you know, working towards something. I might have to rewatch that video. I'm not going to make you do that, but I might have to rewatch that video to remember what happened. And then I already mentioned Bride Test. I don't really know anything about it besides it taking place in the same universe as the Kiss Quotient, so I'm excited to jump into that one. I would also like to listen to Beach Read by Emily Henry. I think that's going to be a really fun, from what I've heard, fluffy romance. That's what I want right now. I just want fun, fluffy romances in my life. And then finally, I'm going to try to finish up the month with Tokyo Ever After by Amiko Jean, which I believe it's a Cinderella story with a Japanese-American protagonist. Again, I'm just hoping it's really fun and fluffy, and that's just what I want for my birthday reading this month, is just, again, no thoughts, no difficult reading, just vibes and enjoying the ride. Let me know if you have read any of these books and what your thoughts are. I would definitely suggest that you check out Bailey and Kayla's challenge. Like I said, I'll have it linked down below. It sounds super fun. Hopefully this video will be out in time for you to try it out. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.